Hi guys, and welcome to Tuesday Storytime with Miss Raven. Today our theme is celebrating differences. As we look into our theme of celebrating differences, we will read All Are Welcome by Alexandra Penfold, illustrated by Suzanne Kaufman, and The Day You Begin by Jacqueline Woodson and illustrated by Rafael Lopez. All are welcome. This book follows a group of children as they go throughout school where everyone is welcome no matter their race, religion, or background. Pencils are sharpened in their case. Bells are ringing, let's make haste. School's beginning, dreams to chase. All are welcome here. No matter how you start your day, what you wear when you play, or if you come from far away, all are welcome here. In our classroom, safe and sound, fears are lost and hope is found. Raise your hand, we'll go around. All are welcome here. Gather now, let's all take part. We'll play music, we'll make art. See, they're making art and playing music. We'll share stories from the heart. All are welcome here. Time for lunch, what a spread. A dozen different kinds of bread. Pass it around until everyone's fed. All are welcome here. Open doors, rush outside. We will swing and we will slide. We'll have fun side by side. All are welcome here. We're part of a community. Our strength is our diversity. A shelter from adversity. All are welcome here. We will learn from each other. Special talents we'll uncover. There's such a big world to discover. All are welcome here. So much to learn, so much to do. And when the busy day is through, can't wait to come back and start anew. All are welcome here. Head home for some rest and greet tomorrow ready and fresh. Our time together is the best. All are welcome here. You have a place here. You have a place here. All are welcome. All right, so next up, we're gonna read The Day You Begin. And while we're reading this story, I want you to look for the rulers throughout the story as I'm showing you the pictures. There will be times when you walk into a room and there's no one quite like you. Maybe it will be your skin, your clothes, or the curl of your hair. There will be times when no one understands the way the words curl from your mouth, the beautiful language of the country you left behind. My name is Rigoberto. We just moved here from Venezuela. And because they don't understand, the classroom will fill with laughter until the teacher quiets everyone. Rigoberto from Venezuela, your teacher says so soft and beautifully that your name and your homeland sound like flowers blooming, the first bright notes of a song. There will be times when the words don't come. Your own voice, once huge, is now smaller. When the teacher asks, "What did you do last summer?" Tell the class your story. We went to France, Shayla says. These shells came from a beach in Maine. A boy named Jonathan holds out a jar filled with tiny shells so fragile that they look that they're turned to dust in your own untraveled hands. My whole family went to India, Spain, South Carolina. Each souvenir a small triumph of a journey, their travels going on and on. And as you stand in front of that room, you can only remember how the heat waved as you lifted off the curb, and your days spent at home caring for your little sister, who made you laugh out loud and hugged you hard at nap time. You can only remember the books you kept on reading long after she had fallen asleep. And in that room, where no one else is quite like you, you'll look down at your empty hands and wonder, what good is this when other students were flying and sailing and going somewhere? There will be times when at the lunch your mother packed for you is too strange or too unfamiliar for others to love as you do. When even your friend Nadja will wrinkle her nose and say, "What's in there anyway?" And you'll wonder how she doesn't see the rice beneath the meat in the kimchi. You'll wonder why she doesn't remember that rice is the most popular food in the world. There will be times when the climbing bars are too high, the run is too fast and too far, and the game isn't one you can ever really play. I don't want him on our team. You can watch, and maybe you can have a turn later. You see, there's one of those rulers. There will be times when the world feels like a place that you're standing all the way outside of. And all that stands beside you is your own brave self, steady as steel and ready, even though you don't yet know what you're ready for. There will be times when you walk into a room and there is no one quite like you until you begin to share your stories. My name is Angelina, and I spent my whole summer with my little sister, you tell the class. Your voice is stronger than it was a minute ago, reading books and telling stories, and even though we were right on our block, it was like we got to go everywhere. Your name is like my sister's, Rigoberto says. Her name is Angelina too. And all at once, in the room where no one else is quite like you, the world opens itself up a little wider to make space for you. This is the day that you begin to find the places inside your laughter and your lunches, your books, your travel, and your stories, where every new friend has something a little like you and something else so fabulously not quite like you at all. Begin. That was the day you begin. All right, so before we read that one, I asked that you look for the rulers throughout the story. So here's one on the cover here. Let's see if we can find some more. Here's one on the door there. And here's another at the lunch table. These rulers were put in place in this story to show how sometimes we feel as though we don't measure up to other people. We may be different because of how we look or how we speak, but it's really a reminder that we're not all the same, and our differences is what makes us special. So I've got a couple questions for you. Have you ever walked into a room and you just felt like you were different? Like everyone else pretty much were the same, but you were different. Like something about you stood out. Why did you feel that way? Another question that I have is, what makes you different? What is that thing that is so unique about you that normally people don't share when you're in a room? I'd like to hear your thoughts. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope to see you next week. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and check Facebook for our weekly virtual programming schedule.